Hi everyone, and welcome to my new video. I'm so very glad to see you today. And unfortunately, this video is not about any K-pop drama, any celebrity, anything. Today I really would love to just focus on my country and what's going on in here, because if you don't really know, that's okay, but in Russia right now, the whole country is going through the partial mobilization that had started like a week ago. They are drafting men into the army, and the problem is that they call it partial, but there's nothing partial about it. I mean, when you look at it from the standpoint, okay, it's partial, so they are drafting just men. um Partially, I mean, they should be drafting 300,000 men, uh who should have already served in the army, who should have some battle experience, who should have professions that are important for the army, etc. But they're drafting everyone. There's panic in Russia because all the men are trying to leave. According to some reports, almost 26 no 260,000, I'm sorry, 260,000 men have already left Russia. More to come. Nobody wants to serve, nobody wants to fight in this war, nobody needs it. And what I'm trying to do in today's reading is to see what's going on in Russia now and what will be happening in Russia in the coming days. Because, well, that's my country. Fortunately, I'm not as we do in Russia, but I'm not draftable. I have a special health category, and I'm living near Kazakhstan, so I could leave at any time I want. But let's see what's going on in Russia. Yeah, that's what I thought. So what do we have here? So we have Mage in reversed. I'm sorry, it's very difficult for me to actually speak, and Mage in reverse is kind of like that. Mage in reverse, King of Cups in reverse, and the Judgment upright. So I think these cards kind of tell me about, oh my god, I'm getting the chills. But I think these cards are talking about Putin, and talking about Putin and his wishes and his desires for the country. So with the King of Cups in reverse, I think it's his card. Even though he's a Libra, I think that in general, King of Cups, a person ruthless, a person very strong with huge political power. I think it's quite clearly his significator with Mage in reverse. I think that what he's doing, how do I say? First of all, with Mage in reverse, to me it kind of says that he doesn't really know what to do, but he kind of acts out of desperation. That's what it kind of tells me. Out of desperation, and I do have the sense that he's not getting what he wants, he cannot manifest what he wants, so he's acting out, he's provoking the fate. And with also Mage in reverse, he kind of doesn't want to hear anything from anyone, and that's why we have these laws being put into place, and general very difficult time right now, of course, for the people who stand up against the Russian what's going on in Russia, the Russian politics, the Russian policies, the Russian government. He doesn't want to hear any shit from anyone. He doesn't want to hear any dissent. He tries to will something into this world, and what he tries to will is the death and rebirth. With the Judgment here upright, he wants to bring in a new era. He wants to bring in a new, how to say, a new world. He wants the old world, so to say, to die in flames, and he wants to change the world order. He wants to literally, once again, the Judgment is about dying, turning into dust, and from dust there is something new coming out. So I think that's what he kind of wants. And he tries to bring about this huge change, this huge shift. But, well, I mean, I'm so tired to live in these very interesting historic times. I believe it will be very interesting to read about it in after a century or two, about the time that we are living in right now. But right now, it's actually very difficult and very sad for all of us, of course. Oh my god. So we have the Four of Swords upright. We have the World, once again, another card talking about the world. And we have Ace of Cups in reverse, another one cup card in reverse. So what it kind of tells me, like Four of Swords, although it's more often being deemed as a card of like being in a hospital or being like in a prison, I think that in general, like Four of Swords to me, it's kind of like, oh my god, yeah, I'm getting the oh my god, I'm getting the connection. So Four of Swords and the world and the Ace of Cups upright, to me, it's kind of talking about the current situation. So Four of Swords to me, like, I have so many thoughts. Unfortunately, Four of Swords here is the card of like you like withdrawing, and what it tells me is it speaks about the situation with the Russian men leaving the country, and not only men, of course, but like mostly men, because like people who are draftable, like men of the draftable age, men who like officially they could be like called to arms, they don't want to serve, they don't want to go. Like I've heard reports that there's like 260,000 men that have already left Russia and more to come. They don't want to serve, to be honest. Nobody needs it. Even the staunchest patriots, with the Z and V and all of that kind of stuff, a lot of them are now leaving to Georgia because they don't want to serve, or like leaving to Kazakhstan because like they're like, well, I mean, like, yeah, we support our president, but like we don't want to go and die in the battle. Although we're like patriots and like we had the Z and the V and whatever on our cars and apparel with these letters. But yeah, so Four of Swords here tells me that he wants to close off the borders, is what I'm trying to say. I'm very round about that, but like, yeah, Four of Swords here is kind of like he wants to close the borders. He, the Putin, of course, the Putin. About closing the borders, withdrawing, not allowing to leave. Why world? First of all, close enough out, like from the world. Oh, like, yeah, we can talk about that quite like literally, like close enough from the world, but also world, because to me it's kind of like it's a cycle. It's a cycle that and like we're coming back to what we had during the Soviet Union, where Russia was also closed off away from the world, and now like kind of like repeating the pattern. And with like Ace of Cups in reverse, of course, like nobody likes it, nobody wants it. People are unhappy about it. People are unhappy about it, and like people are going crazy in Russia. Rightfully so. We are living in crazy times. Like we have people in Russia who are throwing Molotov cocktails into the like army commissariat offices that actually like where you have to go when you're being drafted, where you have to like get your whatever, how does it, get your orders and wait for the car to take you to the battlefield or whatever. People throwing cocktail molotovs at these offices and these like government buildings. Just today, just a couple of hours ago, we had news that there was like this guy from Irkutsk who actually killed an army commissariat officer. That officer is responsible to just like gather around all the people who are drafted and like talk to them and being like, yeah, you have to go to war, you have to do this and that. And this guy, he brought in his own weapon because like they don't check people when they come to the office, and he just killed them. Well, I mean, he seriously shoot him. We don't know if the army commissariat officer is dead or not, but like, like it was like such a close shot. I wouldn't be surprised if the person like would pass away. So yeah, people are going crazy in Russia, and like we also had like this guy shooting up the school in Izhevsk. Like I think it's all like people are just going crazy. People are very unhappy with the situation, and yeah, and we have Three of Wands here upright. We have High Priestess upright, and we have Knight of Cups upright. I think that like first, like how do I say? I think that Putin will be trying to appeal emotionally to people with Knight of Cups upright. I think he'll be like very emotional about it. Like you have to defend your motherland, you have to be a warrior, you have to do this and that. Like that's, I think, the vibe that I'm getting from these cards. But with Three of Wands and High Priestess, I think that the actual prospects, the actual like, okay, what's going to happen, how are we going to win this, very very like very murky. Because High Priestess, although like it's a good card, of course, like it's not a bad card, so to say, but it's still it's kind of like Moon, but like not as negative. So to me, it's kind of like, well, we don't actually know the prospects. We don't actually know like what good, what like good will it bring. Will all of this bring? We don't actually know like what nice future can we have from this, or can we have a nice future at all, like coming out of this. And High Priestess, I think, kind of makes it all murky, makes it all like intuitive, makes it all, I think, quite emotional. So I think once again, like no, not based in facts, but based on like emotions and manipulations. Just trying to get the positive message out there without actually having any positive message. So yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. So we have Five of Swords upright, we have Ace of Swords upright, and we have the Death. We have the Death upright. So what I'm thinking is that it's like a death of an idea, a fail of an idea. So we have like fail of an idea, this new idea, fail of this like attack, I guess. This attack, this idea, this like new things that like, because like Ace of Swords to me, it kind of symbolizes the desire for mobilization. Because like for me, like it's not like a new idea, but nobody expected it. And Ace of Swords to me, it's kind of like aha moment, you know, when the light bulb like comes out of your mind. No, it's not like that, you know, like, you know, not like that, but you understand what I'm talking about. So it's like a light bulb moment, aha moment, and like it's a new idea. And partial mobilization was definitely a new idea. Nobody kind of expected that, especially after the counterattack of the Ukrainian forces. We were all thinking that like, okay, like the war is going to halt or whatever. So when Putin came out with partial mobilization, it was like wow, nobody expected that. And with Ace of Swords here, well, also like once again, like Ace of Swords kind of like a card of the attack, of the offense. But this offense, like it's faulty. It's like this idea is faulty. This idea is like nothing good is coming out of this idea. Like it's failure. It's failure. And with death here, I think like the death of this idea will bring about like a huge turn, a huge change of some sort. Of course, I'm not a magician. I'm just learning, so I cannot tell you. Maybe we'll see in the future cards. I'll be putting out more cards now, but like there will be like some major change, major transformation, like change of thoughts, change of ideas, just change in the society, how the society reacts and how the society thinks about what's happening right now. But there's like a major change coming up, but the idea will be a failure. And once again, I think it's mobilization, because like once again, as I told you, many men are leaving the country. Many men are going crazy, trying to once again do arson towards the army commissariat officers, killing army commissariat officers, and just like they're not pro-war. And the people who are pro-war, who have been drafted and etc., they're like drinking booze on the way to the front. Like they're not ready for this, actually. Just like, even if they're like, yeah, we're going to win for Russia, they're not ready. I don't think that they meant to understand what's going on. So I think it would be like a major failure. Oh my god. So we have the Emperor upright. I think it's once again Putin. It's Putin upright. Putin upright with Queen of Wands in reverse and with Lovers in reverse. So it's very difficult for me, because like if that was any other type of reading, I would say that Putin has problems with one of his lovers, and maybe he is actually. I don't know. Nobody knows anything about his private life. Maybe one of his like lovers is against it. Maybe she's like, damn, like the fuck are you doing? I don't know. But what also like kind of comes up to me in all of this, is I think another another reading of these cards. So like we have Putin, of course, like the emperor, very strong, very powerful, very domineering, trying to impose his will upon the people. But with Queen of Wands here being in reverse, I think his will being too domineering, because Queen of Wands, it's quite a like direct card. It's a card of direct action, because like, well, in upright it's better. You can see that like she's looking like she's like facing straight forward. Whereas if she were, for example, if I were to find this card, I'm not going to be able to find this card, but like King of Wands, for example, who looks sideways, like he's not actually here. He's like inspiring people, but not doing anything himself. Queen of Wands, I'm sorry, is doing stuff herself. She's looking forward, but she's in reverse. So whatever he's trying to push forward, I think it's like, once again, it's kind of like too powerful, and it's like too powerful for its own good. Like it's too straightforward, it's too pushy, it's too much. People are not buying it, and with Lovers in Reverse, I think it's kind of like I think it's the situation between like the Russian, like the society and the emperor. I think is this type of like Lovers in Reverse situation. So I think the society does not like, so to say, what's going on. Lovers in Reverse kind of tells me that like there's like, because like Lovers also talks about the contracts and the bonds and the documents and the agreements. The society like deems the agreement between itself and the ruler severed, because like, how to say, like they've been always saying that like there will not be mobilization in Russia, there will not be mobilization in Russia, and now they did it. And now a lot of society, there's like, well, I mean, we've been betrayed, we've been bamboozled, because we've been told that there won't be any mobilization, and now it happened, and we are not happy about it. And once again, it's these very straightforward, very pushy actions of the emperor that brought the society to discordance, and like that wrecked the contract that the emperor had with the society. I'm kind of reading it like that, of course. Let's see, but like, I'm so very I'm so very yeah, and the society is in wreckage. We have, because we have 10 of Cups in reverse, we have 2 of Cups upright, and we have Page of Swords in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse kind of tells me, it's, to me, oh my god, I'm getting chills. Fuck, oh my god. Well, it might also be just because it's cold at home, but Page of Swords in reverse talks to me about the letters where people are being drafted for war. So males in Russia who are of draftable age, they're getting these like official notices from the government that like, you have, like, dear so and so, like at this date, at this time, you need to go to the army commissariat office to like be drafted. Basically, I'm not going to go too deep into that, but Page in reverse here, it's kind of like letters, and page Page in reverse, or like Page of Swords. I mean, Page of not Page of Swords, but like Knight of Swords. These are all cards who are like fighting for like the idea that they believe to be true. And in reverse here, Page of Swords kind of like, and pages are messages. So how I'm reading this card is like a message that you need to fight for. Well, for something that someone else might be believing is true, but like you might not necessarily agree with that. And these letters and like this information kind of brings discord into like, well, it destroys families. And even though 2 of Cups here is a pride, to me it's kind of like just in general, just cards of relationships. So it destroys families, and like the relationships are also under attack. Because not only, unfortunately, I'm very dumb today in terms of my speech. Not only it does it destroy families, like in terms of like, oh my god, this person's being drafted and like they could possibly die, and the family would be very wounded from that. But it also sows discord in terms of like some people in the family agree with the politics of Putin, and some people are disagreeing with them. And it also kind of sows discord throughout the society, throughout the families and their partnerships and whatever. Like for example, husband might not want to go to war, and wife is like, "Oh my god, like you've been such a pussy," or like vice versa. Husband's like, "I want to go to war. I want to like defend Russia, whatever," and the wife is like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Let's just leave Russia." Or like mother is pushing son to go to war, or like vice versa. Son is like, I want to go to war, and mother is like, "No, why are you trying to kill yourself?" So it's very difficult. And I think, oh my god, so we got Four of Cups in reverse, we got Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and we got Queen of Swords upright. So to me, what is happening is, I think there's like Queen of Swords here to me is kind of like the solution maker, the information that helps you to come to some solutions or decisions, because like once again, like here we can see she's Queen of Swords and she's looking sideways. So unlike Queen of Wands that's looking directly to you, she's not taking direct action. Here it's more like useful information and useful, how do I say, useful tips or whatever that you could be getting. And tips about what? Like what kind of information this pertains to? Like first of all, Four of Cups in reverse to me is kind of like the information that like you need to start doing something. You need to do something. You cannot just like ignore this situation. And Eight of Pentacles in reverse here, I think that like you like something that you have to do like against your own unwillingness to do, maybe even because like other people, and even me myself, to be honest, I'm guilty of that. You know that you have to do something about that, maybe leave Russia, maybe do something, but like you are scared and you feel like it's for nothing. Oh, like why would I do that? And for many Russians, I think it's like the Russian psyche is to be like, oh my god, like why would I do that? It's so dumb. Like I need to just chill. Like everything's going to be fine. Like why? And like I think like we like this card, like Four of Cups kinda in reverse, and obviously Queen of Swords, I think they're like kind of giving the information, giving the urgency, and they're like saying like, no, you don't have to be this lazy bitch. You actually need to do stuff because like there's a lot of stuff to do. So I'm feeling a slight headache. So what I want to read for now is like just like some quick like general overview, like what's going to happen in the upcoming like weeks in Russia. What's going to be happening in the upcoming upcoming weeks in Russia? What's going to be happening? But like it's very difficult in here psychologically. I'm sorry. The cards are very eager to talk about it, so it seems. But psychologically, it's very difficult to be talking about it and to dealing with it. And of course, like I know there's plenty of people who have dealt with wars, and I've always been very compassionate towards them. And I'm not like saying that we have any divorce, but like it is not easy. It isn't easy. Oh. Well, how do I say? So we have Page of Wands in reverse, we have Three of Swords in reverse, and we have Three of Pentacles in reverse. So in the upcoming weeks, what I'm kind of seeing is that there, like, how to say, people will, despite the like very negative news, I think Page of Wands kind of tells me that there will be like negative news coming out and negative information, like provocations and just like general air of very palpable hostility and aggression. Three of Swords to me kind of tells like people, unfortunately, people will try to, well, fortunately or not, actually, I don't know, will try to, I don't want to say get over, but how much it hurts right now, people will be kind of coming out of it. And with Three of Pentacles here, I think that like, but people will be coming out of it, like the spirit of shock that we are experiencing right now, and they will be trying to build something. So with Three of Pentacles, I would say that they'll try to like help each other out, build communities, or like just groups of people will gather and help each other out to deal with this situation. Like, for example, like maybe somehow how to leave Russia, or how to leave Russia, or how to live in Russia during this like very difficult period of time, of course. And yeah, but like it's not getting much easier. Well, oh wow, well, I mean, with Hierophant in a bright position, Fool in reverse, and Seven of Cups in reverse, it kind of tells me that like inside of Russia, the very effort, everything will be aimed at one goal. Like, because like, well, how to say, like Hierophant upright here kind of tells me about like this whole government machine telling you how you should be doing, what you should be doing, telling you like just focusing all of the government powers and like maybe even like religious powers into like pushing this issue forward and pushing it very seriously, the Fool in reverse, taking it very seriously, not allowing anything new to come up, like Fool in reverse and Hierophant. Like, it's kind of like very conservative cards to me, very conservative combination, kind of like the energy of like our ancestors did it and we have to do it also. And Seven of Cups in reverse, of course, is telling me about like the one single realistic issue being at play here. So it's like not multiple issues, not multiple ideas, not multiple ways, just one issue, one idea, one people behind one leader, so to say. I start to feel that my cards are kind of like running out of steam. I'm running out of steam, to be honest. And like sometimes you can feel when like the cards kind of start just telling you whatever. So I'm going to end now. I'm very thankful to all of you who watched my video now. I'm so happy to have you all here. I hope that soon I will return with like more normal content. But like right now, unfortunately, like this very, very difficult situation that started here, it's of course like kind of consumes all of my attention, and I love you all. I'm happy to have you all on my channel. I'm very glad to be having this audience of you. And if you like this video, please press like, subscribe, leave some comments. I'm reading all of them as much as I can, of course, because once again, very difficult for time to focus on anything. And yeah, I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye!